Hey guys, I previously did a video on this van about the contraption that was mounted up under the rear of it and asked you guys what you thought it was for. Well, we have figured out what's going on with it. I thought I'd do a follow-up video just to kind of let you guys know what it is. If you would, please go to my channel, subscribe, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell. But the leaf springs have been added to it for the extra weight of the tank that was inside. And I showed y'all before, for the ones that hadn't seen it, it's like a front wheel drive rear end under this thing, but it's like the rear end chunk had been cut off and it's got a plate covering it with no yoke coming out of it at all whatsoever. So nothing turns this rear end except for when the rear tires are turning. The van is front wheel drive, so when you're driving, it's turning the rear tires. The rear tires go to this funky thing here mounted on the rear end, and this is mounted on the chunk. You've had a pulley up here that came down with a belt and ran it down here, and it's got kind of works like an air conditioner head. We've got a wiring harness right here that comes hooked to it, so when you flip the switch, it would engage that and make that pump work, and it pumped air. It's got air shocks inside. You can see the lines right here that come off and actually went to the air shocks inside as well. And then you got this tube here that would come out and press air pressure up into the tank. The reason the floor is cut out on this thing is because when this engages, I'm assuming this whole thing moves forward and it goes up into it. Would have hit the floor of the van if they hadn't cut the floor out. But it has definitely been made to be a pump van. It's had a huge tank inside, and the tank was in here. It's had the PVC pipe through the roof, so you could actually fill the tank up from outside the van. Just fill it up through the roof. And I hadn't noticed this before at all, but it does have numbers painted on top of it as well. It's got a big number 10 painted on the top of it. So evidently there was more than one of these. Evidently there was at least 10 of them, I'm assuming. And it's also had a light bar on top. You can see the discoloration in the paint. That's where the light bar itself was at. And it's still got the screw holes in the roof that mounted the light bar down. The inside is the big wiring harness I'd found here that's been cut, where they took the stuff out, but this wiring harness had went to the light bar itself and probably to activate the pump and stuff that was up under the bottom of it. It's actually got a sticker on the side. I don't know if y'all can read it, but it says check tire pressure. But now, what it pumped is another question. Was it pesticides, or was they spraying for mosquitoes? Maybe some big, huge orchards had these things where they would actually spray their orchards with them. Could have been on some huge farms somewhere. But it's definitely a pump vehicle. But what it pumped and sprayed, I really have no idea. And if you guys have any idea, let me know in the comments. Because being more than one of these with that 10 painted on top makes me think there's been several of these running around somewhere. And somebody has seen these vans and know what they was actually using them for. But just let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll be back to you guys another video real soon. Y'all have a great day.